Hello and welcome to my channel on human design. Today I want to look at manifestors and the theme of freedom. Now, what do we know about manifestors? We know they're an energy type, and we know that they have this issue with control. They don't like being controlled in any way whatsoever. They want to be free. Now, we've also heard Ra talking about manifestors being punished when they're younger. And why? Because there is something in manifestors, this extraordinary energy type, that is here to just do it. Just do it. And when you're younger, there's a lot of things you can't just do. There are controls. You mustn't do this. You mustn't do that. You have to go there. You have to go over here. And it's something that really constricts the manifestor. Now, I know an old friend who's a manifestor, and when he was growing up, he had a brother. And his parents were busy and they were always doing something, generators. So they let the boys go out and play together. And it's that sense of freedom. You know, they would go out and play. They didn't know where they were going to go, but they had a lot of fun. They found out things. They discovered things on their own. And they came back, you know, mainly with scrapes and bruises and cuts or whatever they'd been up to. But basically, he was given that freedom when he was early in his life. And this is really important because he's now much, much, much older, right? You know, and yet he still has that sense of freedom, that sense of being able to move in his life without being controlled. And whenever I think about manifestors, I think of them as a force of nature. You know, the manifestor, or some manifestors, will go out into the storm when it's out there to meet the forces. You know, come on, is that all you've got? You know, there is this energy in them that wants to meet something wild. And there is wildness in them that can be so exciting and can be so surprising. Manifestors are here to bring excitement into our lives because let's just do it. And of course, you've got to think about the different kinds of manifestors. There are emotional manifestors, there are splenic manifestors, there are will manifestors. I have a student who's will and splenic authority. And she has this attitude of, you like it, you take it, you know, just do it. It's whatever you think about that on a moral issue, it is that energy to just get on and do it. And it's not about working. It's not about the generator working and plodding on and building something. It's about doing it while the energy is there to do it. And they need that. They need to feel that freedom. They need to have a place when they're younger where they can just do what they want to do. You know, their room. That is your territory. You can do whatever you like in there. When you come into the family situation, well, then there are rules, then there are things you can't do. But be free there. Know what that is to be free there. Carry it through to your adult life in holding on to that sense of freedom, no matter where you are or what you're doing. Very, very important. A lot of manifestors, when they are younger, if they are punished because of their sense of wanting to live this life and live in a free way, they can grow up with a reaction to that earlier control, which can get in the way. You know, afraid that someone's going to control them again in the same way. They're going to be held down in some way that doesn't suit them. And it really makes them angry, and rightly so. Rightly so. The other thing to look at as manifestors is, Ra talked about manifestors being loners. Well, to some extent, that is always true. Whenever a manifestor is around, you get that sense of them being in their own life. You know, there's a kind of separateness, whether they have an emotional system or not. But it doesn't mean that they can't be in a fully functional relationship, providing their partner doesn't control them, providing they have that freedom still within them, still able to be utilized. And you need someone, as a manifestor in relationship, you need someone around you who is up for that, you know, who is able to let you be free. I mean, manifestors that are with generators, providing that is understood, it can be a very worthwhile relationship. So some manifestors, especially if they're born on the third quarter of relating and relationship, they don't want to be alone. They do want to have someone in their life. And I have many examples around me of manifestors who are in relationship, and lots gets done. It is very exciting. They travel different places. They can start new projects. They can get involved with that initial push to get something done, to bring something new into the world through that sense of freedom, through let's just do it and see what happens. If you want a good example of a manifestor who breaks free and gets to new territory, then you simply have to look at Nicola Tesla. I mean, Tesla brought in so much valuable information that really only now the people are getting their hands on and looking to see what he discovered and where it can lead. He opened a wide door into free energy and into the connection with the cosmos. If you look at his chart, the 1222, social or not, well, he wasn't particularly social, but he was certainly there with that emotional energy to open people up by what he said and by what he did and by what he showed. And also you see the logic in the ajna, in the open ajna, and you see he also has the 5818. So we have this critical awareness, we have this energy within him at a root level, wanting to improve things, wanting to help everybody. It's just that the world at that time wasn't ready to let him help the people. It was far too materialistic. And so manifestors, really, it's a different kind of life if they have their own money to be able to live their life without having to be dependent on someone else. Not all manifestors need that, but it's certainly in Tesla's case, it would have made a huge difference if he wasn't beholden to the industrial magnates that he was. So in talking about manifestors, whenever you think about a manifestor, think of the word freedom and see how they show that in the way that they will bring something new to the conversation, in the places they will take you to that you've never been before. Embrace that, and keep that, help them to keep that spirit alive, that energy alive, so they can find their peace in this world without the anger of having to put up with everyone else trying to push them here and push them there. Freedom is epitomized by the manifestor moving in their own way. And again, you've got Ra-Uru as a good example, to go where no man has gone before and bring out something like this. Wow. Thank you, Ra. Thank you, manifestors. And thank you if you've enjoyed this. Please like and share and subscribe. And if you want to know more about your own design, there are reports that I put out automatically in the descriptions below. All right, enjoy yourself. I will see you again very soon with something completely different. Bye for now.